All right, so let me give you a little bit background about how I got into music. My parents got a piano for me when I was very young, and my father and I used to take piano lessons together. And it was something that they really wanted me to learn, and I decided a couple years after that that I really wanted to be a flute player. So I asked them if I could have a flute, and they said no. I couldn't because I wasn't practicing my piano. So I told them that if you get me a flute, I promise I'll practice my piano. So that was the deal. So they ended up getting me a flute, and I ended up practicing both my flute and piano for, actually they never had to ask me to practice again. I really was interested in that, and always knew I wanted to be a flute player for some reason. I'm not really sure where that came from, but that was just in me, that I knew that this was my mission in life. So I ended up playing the flute and piano through my second year of college, and knew I always wanted to be a flute player, so I went into that, started pursuing that more. And I taught keyboard lessons, private flute lessons privately for many years, and then got hired to teach at Berklee about 12 years ago, actually. So I've been here both as a faculty member and as an assistant chair and a chair of the harmony department, and then now I'm happy to say I'm back in the faculty. I've developed these yoga for musician classes that I really enjoy teaching, and it was out of my experience as a musician, and finding the yoga, it made such a difference in my life. And I wanted to be able to share this experience and share these techniques that I've learned to other musicians, other faculty, other students. So I got into actually the yoga part of it maybe about 10 years ago, and I was going to the local YMCA, and I was getting bored with some of the aerobic things and the weightlifting and stuff like that, and somebody said, well, why don't you try a yoga class? So I did, and I was like, wow, felt really good. It was an incredible experience. And then I'd take some classes, and then I kind of stopped, and once I knew that it was the yoga that actually made me feel good and amazing, I was hooked, and I wanted to learn more about it. I wanted to be able to share that with my fellow colleagues and students and friends and all that. So that's kind of how it's developed in my life, and I've been teaching the yoga for musician classes at Berklee. I started out first as a faculty and staff class that is open to all faculty and staff, and it's once a week, and they've been thrilled and excited to partake in that. Gotten a lot of positive feedback from that.